of repeating ideas, and I can't begin to capture all of them because I have pages of notes, but some of the things that really resonated with me was that everyone seemed to recognize the real reason why we do this, and that's the students, the inquirers, that's the core of everything we do. David Harold just talked about the joy, and giving that joy of learning to every student who goes through school is, there's no better reason to be a teacher or to be involved in any of this. And several people mentioned the importance of preparing our inquirers for the future. I think we think about that a lot. And I saw all through here the integration of the types of skills that students need to succeed in the real world, and the connection to the real world through the various projects that people have described, that it's not just a rote understanding of what's in the curriculum, but inspiring and empowering students to pursue the real world connections, the authenticity that enables them then to transfer across subjects, to transfer to life after and beyond school. So I thought that came across really well. The importance of connecting to a liberal education, that we're in this for education, for a liberal education, and the kinds of values and beliefs and skills that we're teaching through inquiry are the ones that are going to firm up the foundation of liberal education. There were several notes on how, and that's another part of my presentation. So let me just briefly capture some of the ones. Several people said it's important to have a model, and it's not necessarily one model, it's a model, so that you have a consistent message in your school, so that you can start to build, and this is another important thing, start to build a whole school perspective on inquiry and a whole school model. And we certainly saw the importance of administrator support from at AKS Lytham. That makes all the difference. And so several of you talked about the conversation among the librarian or teacher librarian and the staff and administrators, and pulling together as a whole school around a model that gives it precision and direction, and is easier for people to get their minds around. Everybody was really aware, though, that you don't just accept a model that has been presented and then plop it on the school. And so we had several sessions where people, I just loved the exploration of everyone who presented, because that's what we're all trying to do, is to figure out how to personalize it for these students, these inquirers, this school, this community, and make it resonate and help our students succeed. There's not a one size fits all, in other words. And the joy for us as educators is figuring out, what is that magic formula for my particular school? So we saw the importance of a whole school approach, and gosh, there were so many good examples, connecting to what's already being done, building on the curriculum that is already in place, integrating skills, direct instruction of skills, but integrating those throughout the curriculum and giving teachers the opportunity to say, oh, I see how the literacy curriculum would apply to geography or to something else. That's brilliant. And then finally, one thing that really resonated for me was the importance of reflection. And it was reflection not just by students, which needs to be integrated throughout the process, but also by teachers. And so many of the presenters today, their whole presentation was a reflection.
Yeah.
that's hard to do as an educator. You want to have a set way to do it, and takes too much energy to now redo it for the next year. But that made a lot of sense, and I think everyone who does that regularly improves practice and improves student results every year.
I would agree. I think, it's really important that actually as an educator or a librarian, you are prepared to do the inquiry that you are asking your students to do. So I think somebody mentioned creating a good question was really difficult, but how often do we have to create a good question? It's like it's really not that easy. So actually to go through the process and reflect on it with them is a great way to move forward. It is, yeah. It's been a fascinating day. And thank you. I want to see your notes though. That will be a reflection in itself, Barbara. Okay, I'm going to let you share your screen now if you don't mind, and we'll get